On today's show, we're going to explore some big YouTube updates, including a new A/B testing feature that could have an instant impact on your views. Also, an Instagram feature that's being tested on YouTube that has people all kinds of excited. And by people, I mean me. And if you hate analytics, we've got some good news for you today around that. My name is Jerry Potter, host of the Social Media Marketing Talk Show, a Social Media Examiner production where we break down all the latest social media news and what it means for marketers like you. Today, I'm joined by Jessica Stansberry. Jessica is the host of the Hey Jessica podcast and founder of Hey Jessica, a company designed to help businesses grow with YouTube. Her courses include YouTube Rockstars and the YouTube Starter Toolkit. Jessica, welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you for having me.
All right, so let's jump in. We've had A/B A/B thumbnail testing for a while, but now we are starting to see A/B title testing. Tell us about this. What do we know about this so far?
Yeah, so it's going to be in the same kind of category or same section as the thumbnail testing. And you'll be able to do exactly what we can do with the thumbnails. We can, title test two different titles. And then it will measure, what percentage of those views that you got came from each title, and you can let it pick a winner, or you can pick a winner. It's just like the thumbnail testing. I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, me too, because I've had this anxiety. As we know, the number of views, or the percentage of views coming from search has been slowly going down over the years as the algorithm has gotten smarter. And so every time I upload, I'm like, all right, search title or click title, search title.
Yes.
So that to me, that resolves that anxiety.
I agree. And because I really do think I do the same thing. I'm like, should this be keyword heavy, or should this be sassy, and then we can test them both.
Yeah, and occasionally you can do both in the same title, but
right.
Not all the time. Do we know it's only going to be two? I saw a video of it. I don't have access to it, but do we know? I'm assuming, but do we know that it's going to be the winner will be chosen based on watch time, just like thumbnails?
I think so. Based on the article that I read, that's what I think it is. Okay. And I don't know that that's the best choice, but that's okay. I think click through would be a better measurement of the title, but that's okay. Because,
Yeah. Would you rather have it be click through on thumbnails then?
Mm-hmm. I'd rather have it be click through. Yeah. Because for me, if they don't click, they don't watch. And it's my job once they're in the video to watch. And could the measurements be a little skewed that the 10 people who came in on this thumbnail or title were just more likely to watch anyway? Right? I'd rather it be a click-through rate situation, because I think that is a better test of the title and thumbnail, but who am I to say, right?
But YouTube makes more money on watch time, so it'll probably never happen for us.
Exactly.
So, all right, YouTube is now testing a feature that's very popular on Instagram. Tell us about this. What is this feature, and what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's the new collaboration feature. I actually just saw this the other day. Because of who they are, they got access to it before anybody else. But Mr. Beast and Mark Rober did a joint video where they were doing, I forget the title of it. It was, sensationalized, but it was basically raising money for clean water in one of the, organizations. And I noticed it and I was like, how did they do a collaboration video? So basically what this is just like on Instagram, if I do a video and I want to collaborate with you, I can tell YouTube, hey, I'm collaborating with Jerry, and it will have us both be able to post that content on our channels and get us to each other's audiences, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, well, and then you get the combined views, the combined engagement, the sort of the endorsement of each other. It's such a level up, because for years we've been doing collaborations where it's you'll have somebody in your video and you'll link to them in the description. But yeah, this is on a whole nother level. So yeah. When I think about brands, you think about the other brands that are not your direct competitors, but that are, in the collaborative space, you have the same audience. There's just so much potential for this. So I guess my thing right now is all right, I'm going to start brainstorming now, or I'm going to wait till I get it.
Right.
To start brainstorming collaborations.
Right. I know. And you never know, how quick is it going to be rolled out? How many people are going to get, because I saw their collaboration before I even saw that it was a thing. So I was confused.
And all I've said currently is that it's available to a limited test group, and they'll provide updates as the feature rolls out to more users. But it feels like it doesn't feel like those, it wasn't announced like some of their tests where they say
Right.
we're going to try this till August 20th. So we'll see where it goes with that. So
Yeah, well, I feel like they already have like a good test of whether it's a good thing or not because all of these other platforms do it, right? Like Instagram does it already. And they're like,
exactly.
"Oh, we know people like this." So, let's just go.
Yeah, exactly. And it ties into their whole thing about community building. So,
Right.
which is really cool. All right, there's another update around collaborations in a totally different way, which we'll talk about here in just a second. But one thing a lot of people are thinking about right now is their AI readiness level, right? Am I keeping up? Am I doing enough? Is my job future-proof? All those things. Marketing is changing faster than ever because of AI. So we put together a quick, free 3-minute assessment that reveals your exact AI readiness level and provides you with a personalized 30-day action plan to accelerate your growth. Because one of the big things is, like, what do I focus on, right? So just a few questions, you'll learn your current AI readiness level, the advantages and challenges of where you are today, get that personalized 30-day action plan, and ways that you can level up fast. So if you want to stop guessing what to learn next and get a clear path forward just for you, you can take this free quiz we set up. Go to socialmediaexaminer.com/AI quiz, socialmediaexaminer.com/AI quiz. And of course, we have some AI updates coming up on the show today as well. But right now, another type of collaboration, and this is an update that is about working with creators, with influencers, and how brands can make it even easier. So tell us about this update, Jessica.
Yeah, so when we work with brands now, like as a creator, when we work with brands, they like we have to self-report, right? Like we have to like here's the analytics from this situation or if they want that. I don't really like to work with brands that want that, but whatever. But now with this like collaboration feature, we can share analytics from specific videos and different insights and things like that with the marketer on the other side who is either a paid sponsor or whatever the scenario is, which is cool, but also I don't know that I love it.
Well, it's off by default, right?
Yeah.
We know that. So you do have to go in and turn it on if you choose to do that. But from the marketer side and the advertiser side, if somebody has it on, you can go in and then you can look for advertisers in the Creator Partnership Hub to find and partner with. And I think anything that's more transparent, I think the smart marketers know that the analytics are not always the end all be all, right?
Right.
We know that, like, if I was going to partner with you as a creator, I would be looking at your comments and things like that as well. So,
yeah. And hopefully that's the case, right? Like a lot of people come from traditional marketing, right? Or advertising, and they want like, oh, like we want to know that this many signups came from this video or like, whatever the scenario is. And that's not really how this works, right? Like it's a lot of attention marketing, and so, yes, but I do love that, like, if a brand is like, oh, we know we have a budget of X, and we know that that's going to allow us to work with creators of this size or like that get this many views per video or whatever, they can easily go in and check out those stats and those analytics and be like, okay, this person looks like somebody we could work with. I think it'll open up the doors for a lot more brand sponsorships, which is awesome.
Yes, for sure. All right. This next update is an update to a rule that I didn't know existed, but this affects, all sides of this. So tell us about this update. I'll just go ahead and say this is about profanity on YouTube.
Yeah.
So what has YouTube announced around this?
Yeah, I had to look this up years ago because I do tend to cuss a little on my channel.
Okay.
And so, so basically before now, if you produce any type of profanity in the first like 7 seconds of your video, you just like weren't monetized because they were like, okay, this is too risky for us with advertisers. And now they've taken that away. It's still, we still have some safeguards around it. Like if there's profanity in the title or the thumbnail, or there's like excessive use of profanity, they still have the right to like take the monetization away. But I think not that I will probably care because 7 seconds is like not long, but I think there'll be a lot of channels who do like, okay, let's start the video off with a bang.
Yeah, yeah. Let's jump right in. Well, and the interesting
Yeah.
thing about this too that I liked in their announcement, they said this change reflects updated advertiser expectations. In
Hmm.
other words, it sounds like more advertisers are like, look, for our audience, we're okay if there's profanity in the video.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, so
Which
that
is
is an
good.
interesting update. Yeah.
You know,
All right, an AI update. YouTube, obviously, when you sign up for an account, it asks you how old you are, or you put your birthday in. But now they are obviously they know people can put in whatever they want, so they are announcing an expanded program to find another way to figure out how old people are. So, what do we know about this?
yeah, so this one's really I actually saw someone say that I think TikTok is doing this as well.
Hmm.
So that because they were talking about this at the same time. But basically it's like an AI model that is going to go into your user behavior, right? Like user behavior, what you're watching, all your patterns, things like that, and predetermine what it thinks your age is. And therefore, if it thinks you're under 18, help restrict those like less than desirable under or over 18 pieces of content
Hmm.
from that person. I actually really like this because it even says in the release that like if you accidentally get put in a category where AI thinks you're less than 18, you can like appeal it. So like it's not, that big of a deal. And as a mom, I love that, right? Which I don't like my kids are, we have rules around social media and things like that, but as a mom, it's nice that that's even a thought, that social media companies are taking.
Yeah. So basically, if I watched K-pop Demon Hunters with my kids and they're like, "This guy's
Yes.
14," I can say, "No, no, I'm an adult. I swear."
Yeah. Yes. I have
Yeah.
yet to watch that, but I've seen so many good reviews of it. I need to watch it.
It's everywhere. So the thing to know about this, though, that I think could impact marketers is as you're looking at your analytics and things in the coming months, there may be a shift
Mhm.
in, like if you're getting a lot of a certain age group, it might change if people start, being reclassified as their theoretically real age. So
Right.
so we'll see with that. All right, let's talk about analytics. And I will say, I love the analytics that make me feel good. Like you got,
Mhm.
all these views, but in
Yeah.
general, I want somebody else to look at the analytics and then,
Mhm.
and then tell us what we should do. So, but analytics are the way I see it is essentially being made much more accessible and easier if you are
Mhm.
the only person you don't like analytics and you still want to look at them. So, tell us about some of these updates.
Yeah. So right now, if you go into like the advanced analytics, it's kind of a dumpster fire. Like it's like, like it's like, oh, here's a chart.
Perfect.
And then yeah,
Yeah.
here's a chart. And like, like all of these random things. And then we have to like click in and like go in and click all these categories to like compare things. And so now they're making it more accessible with like sidebar cards and easily being able to search. Like if you wanted to search like a video and look at the advanced analytics on that and making it just more user friendly. What I envision this being is how they added, especially on your phone, I think it's on desktop too, but on your phone in the YouTube studio it gives you those like analytic summaries for the week. It's like this
Yeah,
week
the
on
little
YouTube.
stories. Yep.
Yes, that's what it's called. Yeah, I think it'll be similar to that where it's like, okay, over here we know that this is happening, click into this and it's going to be a lot easier to read than these like the analytics that we have now.
Yeah, well, and it's interesting to see that these things they've been working on for a couple years are finally making their way to that
Mhm.
advanced tab, which, sometimes it's like learn more and I click on that. I'm like, "Oh, it's advanced. I didn't want to go
Yeah.
into this. I didn't want to go
Yeah.
into this mess right now." But and then another update, we're seeing this shift obviously over the last few years where subscribers matter less and
Mhm.
less. There's still
Mhm.
a nice social proof number and certainly a vanity number, but they're also giving us more segmentation tools now to kind of understand who is watching our videos. So,
Mhm.
for the longest time, it's just been new and returning. So, what are some of these other categories that we're going to start seeing?
Yeah, so it looks like we'll be seeing like casual viewers, which are viewers who watched between like 1 and 5 months of the past, 12 months.
Okay.
And then regular viewers who watched for 6 months or more. And it says that regular viewers is going to replace the recurring or the returning viewers
Okay.
traffic.
Okay.
So, and like I feel like that's really cool. Like you can actually look at it from in your analytics, there's like new and returning. You can actually go into new and see like how new, right? And things like that. So I think it's nice to be able to like categorize the new and the returning in even better categories. Because then you can say, like, okay, over the last 12 months, I didn't just have more returning subscribers, I also had more new people who turned into regular viewers, which is nice. That's a good
Yeah.
analytic.
Well, and for businesses too, the loyalty, it's rarely one video sale.
Yes.
It's they watched 5 of our videos and then they said, take my money.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing I really like about that. And then one more thing with analytics now, and I've been sort of thinking in the back of my head, I've done nothing about it, but it's like, how can I get ChatGPT to help me, analyze my analytics because it's so good at analysis. But
Mm-hmm.
now sounds like YouTube is testing a built-in AI tool to help us with the analytics, right?
Yeah, I think that's really cool. They're calling it Ask Studio, and you can say like, "Hey, help me figure out, this part of my analytics," or "I want to, analyze this video," or something like that, and how can you help me do it? And I think it can also do like summaries of comments and your channel stats and things like that, which is really nice. You know how on Amazon you go and you look at the product, and like before you get to the reviews now, there's like an AI summary and it's like people said,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like I think that'll be really nice for this, because you can say, okay, most people, like AI told me that most people were saying X, Y, and Z about this, and this can help you make decisions going forward. I really like this. I have used ChatGPT to analyze my analytics, and it is
Mm.
fun. But this is even cooler because it's built in and it's like YouTube specific.
Yeah, and I love they said that it'll even help you sort of brainstorm ideas and outlines based on what's worked in the past.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
And
awesome.
obviously that's exactly what we want to do, right? Make more
Right.
of what's working. So
Yeah.
all right. Other AI updates. We've got some new AI updates that are coming to Shorts, which are, ChatGPT 5 was announced. I think it was yesterday. It's crazy
Yeah.
how fast this stuff is moving. But what are the AI updates that are now coming to YouTube Shorts?
Yeah, I think the big one is that you can take like a photo and have AI like turn it into a video with animations and motion and things like that. Honestly, I think that's the one that I would use the most, honestly, so like, oh, okay, let me use a photo of me and let it like do something cool or whatever, but it's also going to, let you like put in like dynamic elements and AI powered visuals and all of that good stuff. So like doodles, this is where I think AI is going to kind of take over certain creators, is in
Mm.
this like doodly or like cartoony world. You know what I mean? So like infographics, things like that. That's going to be really easy to do, like for a marketer, right? Like if I want to make an infographic about how my product works, that's going to be really
Mhm.
easy to do with an AI Shorts tool like this.
Yeah, I haven't played with it yet, but I guess right now it's
I haven't
based
either.
on Google's VO2 model, which is technically their old video
Right?
model now. But
Everything that
yeah,
happens too fast.
yes, but VO3 is going to be added to it. They say later this summer, which I
Mhm.
guess will mean before September 21st or whatever the solstice is.
Sure.
And everything you create in there will be labeled and watermarked with the, hey, this is
Mhm.
generated by AI as well. So, all right, and another Shorts update. Now you can sync imported Shorts to music. So should be launched to all channels now. You can automatically sync photos and clips from a phone gallery to your chosen music, which is a cool update.
It
So,
is cool, yeah.
all right, a lot of things are being expanded. So if you heard about one of these on the show before and you're like, I don't have it yet, let's update you on these here real quick. One is the inspiration tab, where it gives you these AI powered video ideas, outlines, title, thumbnail suggestions, not good thumbnails, but it will make a thumbnail
Yeah.
for you, unless you've had a different experience.
No.
But
I've not.
this is now out in the EU, the UK, and Switzerland. And you said you've been working with the inspiration tab and actually using it in your workflow.
Yeah, I actually really like it because similar to the Ask Studio option where it could give you ideas, I I like that it goes in and it says, okay, based on your viewers, these are the types of videos that we think would do well for you. And I can also like search arbitrary things too. Like it doesn't have to be what I already talk about. And I
Mm.
do really like it. And I actually mentioned it in my course because I have a course about YouTube when it first came out, and people were like, I don't have that yet, which I think at that time they weren't in a different country. They just didn't have it yet. But
Mhm.
now it's rolling out to all of these other countries and it's going to be way more accessible, which I love.
Yeah, that's fantastic. If you've ever thought, oh my gosh, we could do so well if we could just have our videos in another language, but you're
Hmm.
not going to hire another presenter to speak another language. Well, now the automatic dubbing feature is rolling out with 11 new languages, and it's supposed to be available to 80 million channels now. So if you didn't have that before, you might have it. Dream Track, where you can use AI to generate music, is being expanded to more people in the US. And then Dream Screen, where you can generate AI backgrounds, videos to use as green screens or even 6-second video clips, has launched in the UK. And then one more thing just to be aware of for people that are running ads, YouTube's Premium Lite subscription, which is kind of like YouTube Premium, except you don't get all the features, but you do remove the ads, has expanded to a bunch more countries. So you may see reduced reach around that. So, all right, quick reminder, take this amazing free AI readiness assessment. You can go to socialmediaexaminer.com/AI quiz. Again, socialmediaexaminer.com/AI quiz. And Jessica, where is the best place for people to discover more about you?
Sure. I'm on YouTube at Jessica Stansberry, Instagram Jessica Stansberry, and anywhere you can find me. Google me. You'll find me. It's fine.
She's in all the places. All right.
Yeah.
And if you want to add another podcast to your listening lineup, be sure to check out the Social Media Marketing Podcast. Until next time, may you be wise with your marketing decisions. Take care, everybody. Bye.